Managing inventory can be a bit exhausting. Whether you're a business owner or somebody who does this full time, you're still staring at hundreds of materials trying to figure out whether you're making a profit or whether you're actually losing money because of stock mismatches, price spikes, or negative margins. This is why I made LedgerLens. LedgerLens allows you to select any file and send it to any store you want. For example, let's create a store named Create World and send it to Automated Encoder. This redirects us to this automated encoder page where we can see every single material has been extracted. We can also add a manual sales like this, delete, or we could bulk upload the sales. Send both to stores, and ta-da. We could also go to settings to set anomaly thresholds. Or we could go to the anomaly reports, which is the most important part of LedgerLens because it allows business owners to get data on their inventory and find things that are costing them. For example, if you go to margin loss, we see that this item here, MAT001, cost 40 and yet was sold for 29.99, meaning it was sold for 25% less than it was bought for. There's also stock mismatches, which is like this one, MAT007. It is 5 units short. We can confirm that if we go here for MAT007, we see that it was sold, 20 units were sold, whereas there's only 15 units. So 5 more units were sold than there were ever bought. If we go to settings, we can set anomaly thresholds. So here we have margin loss at negative 25% margin. If we try to up it and set it to 50, you'll see that those margins quickly disappear. This is because we set our margin loss floor to be too high, so if we just bring them back to 20, they should appear. Now, as for these prices, we can add preset prices, which are the definitive basis for price spikes. So for example, let's try to import a preset cost sheet right here. And this automatically sets preset prices, and we can also change them manually if we want to, but let's not do that. And if we go here, we go to price spike, we see MAT004 is usually 12.60 from the price that we imported. Where's MAT004? Right here, 12.60. But this invoice sold it for 18, which is a 43% increase from the usual price from the preset price. The overcharge exposure is basically the total of the price spikes. The below cost sales is the amount of margin losses, and the total flagged is every single thing here counted. Now, if we go back to the dashboard and select that store, we get the overview. Revenue basically is the total of sales. It basically sums up all the sales that were ever made. Inventory value sums up all the materials, all the costs that you've ever spent on materials alone. Profit basically counts the revenue of a certain material minus the cost of that material. Anomaly is flagged, that is just the total for all the anomalies in the anomaly reports. Top sellers basically displays all the items that have sold the most in a descending order. This profit over time is revenue minus cost tracked month over month. So July 2026, it tracked all the total sales in July, all the inventory value in July, and subtracted the revenue from the material cost to get negative 9,422. That is it for LedgerLens. Thank you so much for listening and have a wonderful day.